Today on the Alter Ego Lounge, we're talking about crossovers and speakeasies. And what was the name of the drink that you made?
Horse's Neck.
Horse's Neck. Delicious. All coming up in the Alter Ego Lounge.
Welcome to the Alter Ego Lounge, a Geekeasy, serving cocktails to a community of dreamers and readers, talking all things comic book and geek related.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're
Yes.
finally recording again.
That was a good intro.
With some technical difficulties
Yeah, I know.
multiple times.
Multiple times. We're figuring
And breaking
it out.
things.
I can't believe I Hulk smashed it. I didn't even realize that was going to happen.
But we got some new equipment. And
So we're trying stuff out.
rolling.
We're rolling with it. It's probably not going to be the greatest, but we'll figure it out eventually.
Yes.
What are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about some of our favorite speakeasies.
Okay.
We were talking about some brandy. I mean, you don't hear a lot about brandy, right?
No, it's rare to hear about brandy.
We've got some comic books smashed together.
Crossovers?
Crossovers,
Okay.
yeah.
What are we drinking today?
Today we have the Horse's Neck, or Horse's Neck. It gets its name from this, the lemon peel garnish that's supposed to be in the cocktail.
Okay.
I didn't have any lemons, so I didn't make that in the cocktail.
I mean, I could imagine it.
But we had I have awesome sphere,
Okay.
like ice sphere.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're drinking brandy. We won Christian Brothers, a bottle of Christian Brothers at work. And I figured I
stuff.
should make something with this because I've really never tried brandy before and I don't hear a lot about it.
Yeah, you know, I really don't even drink brandy that often, and it's kind of rare that somebody would come up to the bar and be like, I want a glass of brandy.
Yeah.
And it's usually the Christian Brothers, the only one that I really think of. Well, Corbel is another popular one, but that's it. That's it. That's my brandy knowledge.
Yeah.
That's my
So
brandy knowledge.
Horse's Neck has a shot of brandy, ginger ale, and some bitters. And
That's
it's
it.
really good.
Served on the rocks, huh?
Yeah. And so brandy comes from fermented fruit. So it is a cognac. I mean, for those of you that don't really know what brandy is, it's got a little sweeter taste to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost
Awesome.
like a Hennessy, but
Awesome.
Hennessy is more of like a specific cognac.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. But yeah, one of the topics we wanted to get into today was the kind of the rise of speakeasies. We've noticed a lot of these popular type of bars come about, and especially all over Southern California. We find some we go to a couple down in downtown Hollywood and some in the LA area. There's they're scattered all over the place.
Yeah.
They're definitely becoming a thing.
So we have, so speakeasies were around during the Prohibition from the 1920s to about 1933, depending on what state you're in. Sometimes it was longer. And the speakeasies were known as or called like Blind Tigers or Blind Pig, which nowadays a speakeasy is just called a speakeasy for some retro type of bar. And you'll run into some out here in Southern California called the Blind Donkey, which is they have one in Pasadena and Long Beach. And then they have the Blind Rabbit in Anaheim, which is at the Anaheim Packing District.
Okay.
And those places are really cool. Some of our favorites are by the Houston Brothers. They put on like a really good party with all of their bars that they own. They own like 5 different bars in Hollywood or LA area.
So yeah, those are just two guys, brothers, and they're like what? Not even in their 30s yet?
They're in their 30s.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, but they're still pretty young, I would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they own like 5 different bars in the LA Hollywood area. And all of them are very good. Like once you go to these places and realize it's the same 2 guys, you'll definitely know you're in their bar. The themes are all very old school. Their cocktail menu is always really good, really impressive. Their whiskey list is always very good. What are the couple of the bars that they own?
Well, so you can go to the Houston Hospitality, and they have a website, or you can follow them on Instagram, and they show you the different lists of bars that they have, because there's a couple bars that we really liked going to, and then they closed down.
Right.
But our they have like the Break Room 86, which is an 80s feel bar, and they've got
now the Break Room 86. That's the one close to the LA area.
that one's in Koreatown.
Oh, Koreatown, and
Yeah.
that's got the vending machine.
Yeah, so
entrance.
you walk in behind this restaurant, I believe it is, and they have someone escorts you to a vending machine, and the vending machine opens, and you walk in.
Which is really weird because with the entrances, you kind of have to go through like this back alley, and there's just two people just chilling, like, "Hey, you ready to go to the bar or whatever?" And like, "Yeah, sure." And then you're walking down this hallway, and you see like kitchens and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we were walking down where people take out the trash of the restaurant, and then you're standing in front of this vending machine and about to order the Snickers, and then it just opens up. Vending machine opens up, and it's just a hallway into this bar.
Yeah, so they have got like cassette tapes all over the walls. When we went, they had a live band that you can see karaoke with. But there's different rooms that you can rent out for your friends to come hang out and do karaoke. And then on the weekends, they apparently the whole like back of the bar like comes down, and then they have a Michael Jackson impersonator that comes out and dances
That's
up on
awesome.
the bar top.
That's awesome.
And I have yet to see that, but one day when I'm not working the bar. They also own No Vacancy, which is where I had my 25th birthday party.
That's a great speakeasy
And
too. Another great entrance.
You walk up these stairs, and then you open this door that looks like a vintage
like a little bedroom,
like 1930s apartment. And there's some lady in like a burlesque outfit or lingerie laying on the bed, and she's telling you about the bar and no flash photography and all these different things. You're kind of really curious, like, okay, why is this girl in this bed here? And then the bed slides across the room, and you can walk down the stairs there.
Yeah, I think she pulls, I don't know, does she pull on like a lampshade or something? And then the bed like slides over.
I don't know. I don't remember.
As soon as the bed slides over, there's like a staircase you have to like walk down, like into her bed, downstairs. And then you end up in the kind of in the living room area, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it's like a 2-story house, and they made it into a little bar club. And there's like a bar on the inside, there's a bar on the outside. The back patio, they usually have a live band. Another great spot with great drinks too. It's really good.
And really good music. They on the inside they have a DJ every once in a while, and then my favorite drink to order there is the China Doll that has egg whites in it, and
Of course,
it's very good.
We're fans of
very,
egg whites.
Very good. And on the weekends, since I have yet to see this as well, they have a tightrope walker.
So we
in the
didn't
backyard.
even know that for sure. We've heard they've had a
I've
tightrope,
seen videos because my friends have gone.
but we haven't seen it in person yet.
But yeah, we dressed up for my party in all 1920s, and it was a super awesome time.
It was a good time.
It was a long time ago.
Do that now? Are they part of? Do they owe David Wayne's too?
Yes, they own. Okay, so they own Davy Wayne's, which is our personal favorite bar.
Good times
to go
at
to.
Davy Wayne's.
And you enter through a fridge,
Yeah.
which is awesome. And I came across a picture of you opening the fridge the first time we went.
Oh, really?
The first time I took you.
That's a memorable moment. Because you're looking for a way to get in, and then you're like, all right, well, let's check out this refrigerator. You walk through the refrigerator, then you're inside another little house.
When the first time I went, it looked like this little like garage sale kind of thing, and then the guy is like, "All right, the drinks are in the fridge," and so you open the fridge and you walk up this staircase,
Awesome.
and then you're in this house decorated from like the 70s.
Awesome.
And they've got an awesome DJ playing.
We could only tell you again from this experience, these are Tuesday night experiences. I don't think we've ever been to this spot on a
Tuesday
Friday.
and Thursday they have a DJ that is really good.
Well, yeah, the music that we usually go and experience on Tuesdays and Thursdays is very old school 70s, 80s, 90s disco music. And it's happening. We always have a really good time every time we go.
Yes, and on the weekends there, this I know I can tell you. They have this awning. Well, okay, so they have this little trailer that they serve drinks out of, and you can order a snow cone with whatever flavor you want and whatever alcohol you want in it. And then when you look above, it's kind of like this see-through window, like you can see on the awning. You can look up, I guess, and they'll have someone that comes out in roller discos.
Yes, that's awesome.
On Fridays and Saturday nights.
That's awesome.
At around like 11 o'clock or something like that, and it's super super cool. Yeah, it's you guys gotta check out these bars. But my personal favorite, like I mentioned earlier, like this is just out of my, like, what I really like besides Davy Wayne's is the Blind Barber in Culver City.
Now see,
they have locations in New York as well, but it's a barber shop with 4 chairs in the front of the shop, and then you just walk in through this door that you would never think you could walk through. It looks like a little closet, or it would be like a closet, and then they've got this big bar in the back.
That's awesome.
And they've got some really great drinks and amazing grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yes. Their menus consisted of over 20 different styles of grilled cheese, and it didn't take me far to go to pick one. I think it was number 1 on the menu was chorizo and grilled cheese sandwich. I was like, you had me at chorizo, and it was delicious. Really, really good. But yeah, the whole concept of speakeasies, of having like a place in the back that serves alcohol, and the front of the whatever business shop, whatever store it is not what you would think that would serve alcohol. So this idea of a barbershop, being able to come get a nice fade, and I think, don't they offer a drink with your fade?
Yeah, you get a cocktail with your haircut.
I mean, that's awesome. That's great. And then, when you're done with your fade, go ahead and just keep walking through the back down this dark hallway, and then there's just a full bar.
And grab a grilled cheese
full bar,
sandwich.
get something to eat. I believe they have a couple of tables in the back end, a couple of booths too. It's a great spot. But I mean, this is the idea. There's a lot of places out there that are going to the speakeasy style, and there's a lot of businesses that are crossing over too. They're the liquor license laws are getting a little bit lenient nowadays. A lot of the states are actually passing laws that are making it easier for people to purchase their liquor license, and you no longer have to be like a restaurant or a bar owner to get a liquor license. There's a lot of businesses now that are offering alcohol even as a service, a complimentary glass of wine while you're shopping for a dress, or there's a lot of places I know in British Columbia they're opening up bookstores and other different places that usually wouldn't find alcohol, and now you're able to purchase
just
alcohol
drink
there.
wherever you go.
Wherever you want. It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. And speaking of these whole crossovers, we have a lot of crossovers that have been happening. I mean, comic books have been going up and down crazy with crossovers. The first thing I noticed was the Batman Ninja Turtle crossover. And then a couple weeks ago, they came out with a He-Man Thundercats crossover for all the 1980 cartoon kids lovers, which was crazy. We are reading the Justice League Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover. I mean, it's good. It's good. I was thinking of other different types of crossovers too. Like, I know the TV shows, DC just did a huge crossover with Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow. And then I just started thinking of just interesting crossovers. And the first original, or the first idea of a TV crossover that I thought of was the time Steve Urkel crossed over to the show Step by Step.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was weird. I was like, this show just finished, and now he's like on this other show, and he's just chilling with his white family. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
That was another crossover.
I think the Disney Channel does a lot of that with their like shows now for the younger generation.
Yeah, but let's get into it. I mean, so we read the Justice League Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, the Justice League's been around forever. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was definitely, I mean, I kind of liked it when I was a kid, 4th and 5th grade. I collected some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers stuff.
We had all the toys.
Everything Power Rangers,
We had gloves that went...
Did you have the Green Ranger sword with the flute?
I think my brother might have had that.
Of course, everyone had that. That was such a great thing. It was so,
and then we had the Megazord.
Megazord. Oh, was it when it all got together?
Yeah.
When all the robots or dinosaurs
Yeah,
got
and
together?
that thing came apart. That toy was so cool. And then we had the action figures that their heads flipped.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Power Rangers was around. We definitely know about the Power Rangers. I only stuck to the original Power Rangers. Once it got off to Power Rangers Planet so and so
Yeah, I don't
and
know
outer space,
any of that.
I lost track of that.
And then there
I
was
think I
like
finally
only
grew
3
up.
of them or something.
I don't know. But this is just original Justice League and the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, including the Green Ranger. So I think what 6 of them altogether. This crossover is written by Tom Taylor, art by Stephen Brine, and it's actually, for me personally, it kind of is what it is. It's nothing really spectacular so far. It's just the intro. But the art was pretty good. The art was pretty good. But besides that, the storyline for me wasn't really developing anywhere. It didn't really get as far as I wanted to go. But it's the first, I believe, of 6 or maybe 9 issues. I think it's 6 issues. But yeah, because it's the first issue, there was just not too much story development. It was okay. I don't know. I don't know if I like this Power Rangers and DC crossover. I think it's just kind of weird.
I like it.
You liked it.
I mean, it brought back a lot of memories from watching the show, and I think they did it really well. Like it was very much like what the show would have been like. And then when they introduced Batman, I'm
Right.
like, heck yeah, I love Batman. So if you put him anywhere, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here comes. We're gonna break down a little bit. So attention, there's probably gonna be some spoilers. But the way it goes is that somehow the evil guy from the Power Rangers, Lord Zed, ends up replicating Alpha, like their little droid guy, and turns him into a bomb. And somehow Alpha gets into this lair, Gordon's lair, where the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers meet up. And Zack's the only ranger there, and Alpha starts to malfunction and blows up. This explosion causes a big hole in the wall, and Lord Zed ends up coming in, which was really weird because in the TV show, like that little Gordon lair where he's in that tube and there's a little machine and they're all there, that's their headquarters. They don't really explain like where that's at, or if it's even on Earth, or if it's in a different universe anywhere. But somehow Lord Zed finds it, ends up going inside, and since Zack is the only person there, he knows that he can defeat him, but instead of defeating him, he figures out that all he has to do is just teleport him, just to get him out of that layer. So when he teleports him, the teleportation device is kind of messed up. So Zack ends up teleporting Lord Zed to, I guess, the DC universe. So he ends up in Gotham City, and that's where he runs into Batman. Batman's introduced, and Batman gives him the one-liner like, "Put down the axe, kid." Like, he has his weapon, he busts it out, and Batman tells him to put it down. After that, the Power Rangers show up. They fight Batman real quick. The Flash comes and saves Batman. And then, out of nowhere, the Pink Ranger decides to power up and scoop up Batman in the Batmobile and gets carried off. And that's the end of the first issue.
That sounds amazing to me. It sounds like a great story.
I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't really expecting anything more. I wasn't really expecting anything less. I'm going to give it a solid 7. Maybe a 7. And no, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
That would be my rating for it. Was it really great?
It was an introduction.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. When the idea of the Justice League and Power Ranger came together, I wasn't really excited for it. Like, it was just like, okay, like,
I wasn't excited for it either, and then I read it and I was like, this is actually good.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. That was I don't know. That's really all I can say about that. The next issue we got coming out that we were gonna.
Well, hold on, and then the Power Ranger movie that's coming out.
Well, okay.
We all know that that's for our generation and not for the
Power
kids.
Ranger movie does look really good. I mean, it's definitely updated. The suits look amazing. The graphics look really good. The storyline looks a little more edgier. You know, it does look really good. This comic book does definitely pay homage to the TV show. I mean, the costumes are the same as the TV show. The way they morph is practically the same. Yeah, so like I said, it wasn't. It did what it was supposed to do. Maybe it'll get better. Issue 2 just came out last week or this week, so we have to pick that up and read it. Mm-hmm. And I'll give it another shot. I'll give issue 2 a shot. But something crazy has to happen.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna keep reading it.
Something crazy has to happen. Well, another comic book that we picked up was the Commandy Challenge. Now, this one, I don't know if you guys have heard about this one, but this is interesting. It's supposed to be 12 issues, so all year long. It's going to be one storyline of Commandy, and every issue is going to be by a different team of writers, different team of artists, and they pretty much have to develop the story and make a cliffhanger, and at the end of and then the next, team of artists and writers come up have to solve that cliffhanger.
So Commandy was already a comic, wasn't it? Back.
Yeah. Commandy came out. I want to say early '70s, maybe late '60s. Jack Kirby was the creator and writer for Commandy, and I mean, for those who don't know, Commandy is pretty much about the post-apocalypse, and he's literally the last man on Earth, and somehow the world's destruction was left a whole bunch of radiation, and these caused a whole bunch of animals to you're getting animals, tigers and bears that are standing upright and wearing clothes and talking like humans, and Commandy is literally like the last man on Earth. So this Commandy challenge starts off kind of like with a twist of like their version of how Commandy comes to be, and I don't know, it was interesting. I do like the idea of a different team every issue. I do like the idea of developing story along the way. This issue was broken up into two different teams of writers and artists. There was 2 chapters. I believe the first chapter was called Rules. Writer was Dan Dillow. Art Ken Gilfin and Scott Kolbish. And the second part of the comic book was K is for Kill. And the writer was Dan Nevitt and art Dale Eaglesham?
Did you say Damn Nabbit?
Damn Nabbit?
Dag Nabbit?
Dang Nabbit? Eaglesham? But I mean, I liked it. It was really good. I look forward to, the development of the story. And just to see where the writers take us.
I enjoyed this one. It reminded me of being in high school and being in our English class, and during journaling time, we would start a story and then pass it along, and then everyone just kind of had to add on to it, and then you would get this like crazy, funny, ridiculous story.
And that's what I'm kind of hoping it's going to come down to. Just a lot of creativity. I have no idea where it's going to go.
I thought it was really interesting. I mean, to me, this is how I portrayed it, as the animals were treating the humans as animals.
Right. Well, yeah, because they've never heard of
him as an animal.
And there was a point where he was beginning to speak, and one of the animals was like, "Are you talking to me? Like, do you understand me?" Like, so kind of has a Planet of the Apes type of feel to it too, where they're ruling the world, and the humans, the one only human, is treated as an animal. Mm-hmm. They don't expect them to know anything or think of anything. It was good. I'm looking forward to it. What else we got to talk about today? Legion
Man, just premiered this past Wednesday.
That was exciting. This was something that I was waiting for a while. I believe Fox decided to finally make TV shows and to introduce Marvel back into the TV show. They decided to go with the X-Men theme, but it's not X-Men, it's Legion, one of the characters from X-Men, and really, really, really good. How can you describe?
You said it was better than all 3 of the X-Men
movies. It was way better than the first 3 original X-Men movies.
It was very confusing.
Well, yeah, because
so explain who.
For those who don't know, I mean, David is a mutant. He's somehow Professor Xavier's son, so he does have mutant abilities. And the thing is, he's schizophrenia. So he has multiple personalities on top of that. So throughout the show, you really can't tell who he's talking to is actually real or part of his brain. But it's
who's a mutant.
Or who's a mutant.
And who can get inside his brain.
And apparently, he does have multiple personalities, and apparently each personality carries a different ability. So, it's him in this insane asylum, and he's just trying to figure out exactly what's happening, if everything is real. He's coming to find out that he can move stuff, and he won't admit it because he doesn't want to seem crazy. But there's so much room for development, and
it was the cinematography was so good. It was so
Yeah.
artistic and different.
Yeah, it was, and that's what I'm saying. It was beautifully shot because you're almost in his mind the whole time, and you're trying to. It feels like you're in his mind the whole time. It was creative, and everything was beautifully done. The music was beautiful. It went along really well with how everything was being set up. I loved it. I can't wait to watch more. The first episode was an hour and a half long. Way worth it.
It was like, yeah, it was like watching a movie. It was very, very good.
It was very good. Yeah, so we're gonna give a thumbs up to Legion and a thumbs up to
Can't
Commanding.
wait to watch next week.
I guess I'll just give Justice League another, shot.
At
Power
least for
Rangers.
me.
All right,
I'll
fine. We'll
watch
continue with
it. Or I
it.
want to read it again.
What do you want to toast to today?
Okay, so I wanted to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
So David's powers, would you want those powers? Be
I don't even
schizophrenic?
know. No, I definitely wouldn't want to be schizophrenic. That's ridiculous. I mean, there was this scene where he was just sitting at this table and you can just kind of hear the thoughts in his brain, and it was just multiple people speaking and yelling, and there's no way I'd be able to. No way. Schizophrenia. I'm getting anxious just thinking about it. There's no way. Now I know he can move stuff. He has telepathic abilities, whatever. I'm down for that. But schizophrenia, I'll pass.
Yeah, my
No
mind
way.
was going crazy after that first.
It was a struggle. It kind of reminded me of Inception, like watching Inception for the first time. I was like,
Right.
"What level of dream of sleep am I in?" I was trying to figure that out. But Legion it kept me on my toes, and every character I was introduced, I'm like, "Nah, this is in the brain. It's in his brain," and then it
It's
isn't.
definitely something you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Hopefully, Fox is gonna step up their level and produce really good comic book TV shows. So yeah, let's cheers to that.
Yeah, Legion.
Come on, let's cheers to Legion and for the hope of great new
Speakeasies?
mutants
Oh.
great new TV shows and new awesome speakeasies. Let's do that. A nice place where we can go have a drink and talk about comic books. Let's hope for that.
At the Alter Ego Lounge, yes.
Yeah, let's hope for the Alter Ego Lounge. Awesome. Cheers to that. Thanks, folks.
Cheers.